Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. The intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and the brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, Duncan, I've trained dogs that are smarter than you. Oh. But she did have some quite clever dogs, to be fair.
Yeah.
There was one that could, you throw a stick at and bring it back.
Oh.
I never understood that. You used to throw it for me and I never used to get it.
Yes, well, I mean, she threw it away, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Undra Vamis, a drowned necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
I dated a limp goblin once. Oh no, I mean a goblin with a limp. He was a gob-hoblin.
Or a hobbled goblin.
It's like the hobgoblin we met.
Yes.
Did you date
Yeah.
him?
No.
No.
What hobgoblin?
Like the little barbarian.
Oh, Angry Hob.
Yes.
Yes.
You weren't
yes.
here. You were. Oh, but that was a dream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it a dream?
When I fell
We
asleep
weren't quite
and
sure.
stuff.
Oh. I never had time to check if he was limpy or not.
No.
Tishdaslight, a gnome bard who sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
Get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply gotta march, my heart's a drummer. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Thank you, Honey Barbara.
Cheers.
And Skold Gunvarsson, a war cleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
En man utan visdom saknar mycket.
Oh.
I'm
What's the
shocked.
goat doing this time?
Is he being quiet?
Yeah, and it's a man without wisdom is missing a lot.
Like Duncan.
No, I'm not without wisdom. I'm just thick as pig shit.
Ah, well, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Well, we join our group midway through the most fantastical show, if you were to believe the hype and the callers out the front, as they are enjoying the one evening appearance in Stins Hollow of the great Leaveengress Circus and troupe performance. And so far we've seen wild beasts and the taming of snakes by our very own Duncan. We've seen acrobats and clowns. We've seen knife-throwing skills on show. 2 out of 3 anyway, from our very own Tish. And introduced the next show. The amazing, the absolutely divine, subtle Hennity, a gymnast of amazing talent. And as a small box is carried out
It's the box.
into the centre of...
Is it the box?
It's
It's not a box, this is just a square crate.
Oh, just a crate, bro.
It's maybe 3.5 feet by 3.5 feet. It's not very big. Yeah, like, what's in there? It's maybe something for them to jump off and leap off.
Oh, you should do this one, Skull, because I've overheard you saying to Undra you're going to bend her into some shapes.
And as the 2 people that carried the box on put it down, one of them takes the lid off, slides it off and leaves it on the ground, and somehow out of this container an arm appears, followed by an arm, and a leg just folds over itself, and then almost flawlessly, effortlessly, a female just stretches out and stands. It unnaturally, like, how she fits in this, who knows? And then a hush takes over the crowd, and then woo! And there's a round of applause as she kind of takes a bow, and then other kind of rings and hoops and obstacles are brought out by other circus members, and suddenly there's this display of acrobatics and kind of body movement and contortionism, feeding herself through rings and all sorts. And as a final part of the show, the gentleman, the ringmaster, Leaveengress, walks over, and he brings out with 2 friends this door, this solid door. And in the centre of this door, he looks, watch in wonder. The beautiful woman who stands before you, the amazing Hennity, will take a leap of faith at this solid wall, and as he gets his staff and he bangs all over it, dong, 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 and this sound of metal, solid metal, rings out. And in the centre, he puts his arm through a circle that's maybe the size, I don't know, 6 inches by 6 inches, 6 inches in diameter. He puts his arm through the hole, barely fitting. Comes out.
Because it's only about
That big. That big. Everyone.
That's never
He goes,
6
watch
inches.
and be wondered. And suddenly someone steps out from behind the drum. As Herity from the other end starts to charge at this solid wall or solid kind of frame, and then does a forward flip and a sideways flip, a tumble in the air, and then she just runs and leaps at the solid wall, and there's this poof of like bright light, and you almost think, you're not certain as you pay attention, that you saw her leap towards the door, hands reaching for the circle, and then suddenly she's tumbling through the other side, and there's this, oh, I saw her go through, I did, her hands went through, how did she do that? And there's this massive round of applause as she stands up and takes a bow. The ringmaster just said, have you ever seen anything like it? No, and you never will again. What an amazing trick.
Remember when you fell down those stairs?
Yeah, once I put a goblin through a hole that
Would
was
you like
smaller
to
than
try,
that.
Master Dwarf? Come,
Yes.
have a go.
Yeah,
See if
Joe.
you can do
Take
this
Skull.
amazing feat.
Scold, scold,
Please.
scold, 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 scold.
No. The dwarf said he had said something like
Yeah,
this.
yes,
Oh, no,
the
what-
dwarf said. The
What I
dwarf.
said was I once put a goblin through a hole that was a bit smaller than
He
that.
comes over to you and
But
this,
it was dead at
this
the end of it.
beautiful.
I'm pretty sure
He
you
comes
can
over
do
to you with
that.
this beautiful staff. He goes, go, try, and he looks at all four of you. Try.
Okay.
You will absolutely do it. And there's this beautiful staff, and on top of it, this amazing kind of mirrored glass orb, like the size of a kind of tomato, not very big at all. But and you just look, oh, that's pretty. Yes, I can do this. There's this sense of, I can do this. This succession. I want to please the crowd. I'm going to be amazing. And everyone, he's going to try. And everyone gives you a round of applause. The three of you are looking. In that instant, when he walks up, the way he says, "Come, try," and you just roll a intelligence check
God.
or
To be-
wisdom, either or. You choose.
To be fair, I don't have a history of running at solid doors anyway,
I
so
know.
it's not much.
I was looking forward to you throwing
And
jump.
Intelligence.
Or wisdom.
18.
Or wisdom. You can
Which would have been, I'd go, oh, wisdom's only +1. I'll go wisdom 17. That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. No problem.
17. That's
And
gonna
there's this
change
thing
people.
that kind of, and as this man is leading off, you just, this sense of familiarity. The way he said a few words, the voice, you were so close. And there was that smell again, that kind of perfume, that mixture of...
Karma oil. Yeah.
No, just kind of like herbs and spices.
Oh,
and,
those ones.
and you're like, I know that smell, I know that voice.
Yeah,
and
I've
you're
heard
trying
about
to,
it.
you're like,
Is it Lynx?
I don't know.
Yeah, is it links Africa?
But the person is completely different to anything you've seen. This Leaveengress, this male will Leaveengress, just seems to remind you of someone. But now he's leading Duncan off. He goes, dwarf, everyone, he's already charmed the beautiful Mirabelle, the snake of wonders. He will now dive through this door. And as he leaves you, he goes, I will lead you. I will strike the floor 3 times, and then you will run, and you will dive, and you will
It's only
believe.
a reaction.
Okay.
Okay.
And he walks up and he stands here.
Sheesh.
On the count of 3, boom,
Oh, hang
and
on.
everyone stamps
Hang
their
on.
feet.
I just want to take a run up. I'm going to go a bit further back just
Yeah,
to get so
yeah.
I can get
Yeah.
my pace up.
And he slams it a second time, and everyone stamps their foot, and now everyone's joining in. On the 3rd time,
It's
there's this
only me.
massive slam as everyone slams
That's
their
a
hands and
bonus
feet onto the
action.
ground.
okay.
And as it does, the torches in the corners just, and you take that as your cue.
Oh, I'm going to charge at the door, full pelt. I absolutely believe I'm going to do this.
Oh my lord.
Awesome. And you get there, you're even, it's 20 feet away, it's 15 feet away, it's 10 feet away, 5 feet away, and what do?
I'm just going to leap at it. I have no doubt whatsoever I'm going to do this.
Awesome, and you slam head first into that fucking thing, and you go boom, dive whole thing goes boom, and everyone just goes
That was amazing.
quiet, except for this like immediate little woo from down in this corner, and then everyone joins in and there's a mighty cheer erupts.
Did I do it? Did I do it?
Oh, you did something.
Touch your head and the Leaveengress like leadership goes, amazing effort, but I should have told you this trick can only be performed by the amazing Herity. But a round of applause for our amazing dwarf. Woo! And everyone joins in again. And,
Can I have another go? I think I'll get it next time. I'll get an it now.
As it leads you back to your seat, ooh, that hurts. Yeah, take 1 point of bludgeoning damage because you ran into that thing pretty hard.
No, that's nothing Grandma Dana, would it be?
Yeah.
10 times as hard as that.
Exactly. And with that, they complete. They goes, the show coming to an end. Just a few more things for you to enjoy. And with that, there's more dancing and tumbling. And they turn around. This gymnast just bounces through. And as a line of 2 or 3 of them start swinging, like, for our last participation, who would like to try their luck?
Sean!
And a young woman from one side puts her hands up. Oh, me, please! And they kind of are torn just secondly, in a split second when they go to look at her, and
I give
there's
her the
a
evils.
noise of shoulder over here. They look over to look where this is coming from.
Sean!
Show.
And it's like, me, but then suddenly everyone starts joining in, like they're not sure who they're chanting for, but they're show. And they look over and says, who's this show that they speak of?
I push him up.
And it's a big round of applause.
Hey!
Like, the amazing, courageous show, everyone.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is
Oh,
gonna
yes.
take-
Oh, that
he
is
is
me.
going
That
to
is me.
try his luck.
There's
At the high wire, and they reach their arms up 40 feet up, 40 feet across, spanning the 2 beams.
Can we
A
just stop with the hoops
A
instead?
small glistening wire and this ladder, and there's this round of applause as they gesture over to one of the poles, and you see in their small little handholds, and they go, it'll be fine, it'll be amazing. Just keep your arms out, don't look down.
Yeah, okay.
So
So where's like the safety harness?
Oh, we'll get you. Don't worry. I promise.
Okay.
And Joel, down here.
As you get to the top, you look down, and they're quite a wee ways.
No,
away.
I'm not gonna look. I'm looking
Put
at
it back up,
yeah.
and this wire is impossibly thin. And as you're standing there, someone from the other end just cartwheels across it, gets to the middle, spins a few times, and it looks quite taut. And as they do, they swing up, somersault, and land on their feet to a massive round of applause as they gesture towards you, and they slowly just walk, feet kind of side by side, just stepping carefully in the way, their arms out. They get to the other end and they bow towards you, and then everyone claps, and then suddenly, show, woo! And then the gymnastics down the bottom just shh. The whole place goes quiet.
I prepare for the fall.
I get ready with my magic missile.
The drummer comes out,
I'm going to write a few words.
and then suddenly just a boom, and quiet. You take this as your sign.
Yes. Well, please, Rowan, let this work. This is my small steps of faith.
What do you do?
I'm gonna hold my arms out. I'm gonna say a little prayer, and I'm gonna try not to die.
You step out onto the wire.
Yes.
And you just, the first of all, you've got your balance. You've done this. You've got this.
Yeah. I've got
Another
big
step.
feet, so it's good.
And you get about 7 feet out. Yeah. Kind of your stomach's kind of tensing up, and you've got the jitters.
Ooh.
Could you make a dexterity check for me, please?
God.
Yes, that I can do.
Still quite taut here, right at the end, where it's closest to the beam on this side.
So that is a 11.
You take your 8th step, and suddenly
Yeah.
your foot, and suddenly one arm comes in. You're like trying to grab something, and you miss completely as your feet fall away. Make a dexterity saving throw as you completely lose your balance and go to grab the thin wire.
All right, dex save. That's also just a +1, so that's a 17.
So you manage to grab the wire and bounce a little bit. Everyone's like, you're hanging there by one arm.
Yes.
What do you do?
God.
I'm gonna try and get my other arm there as well.
You do it easily enough. So now
Yeah.
you're kind of hanging and
Yeah, and
hanging two-armed.
Yes, trying to get my feet around it and try to spin so I can get on top of it.
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh, that's...
Oh, this is great. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Putting a real good show on for us there.
So that's a 15.
It's kind of, it's not,
Yeah.
it's not very elegant, but you manage to swing up. But unfortunately, it's such a small thing that you kind of, as soon as you get a purchase, you roll over the other way,
Yeah.
Fine.
and then suddenly, before you know it, you like one hand lets go, and it swings down as you got tight, and then you see this person just swing underneath you, and they're kind of upside down, but the right way up. As you look down, and your hair starts to fall in front of your face, and they just reach out with two arms, and they just look at you and go, "Take my hand, let go."
I will let go.
And as they do, they grab your hands and you swing down
And I
and
will
you
close
swing
my
across the whole of the platform. And suddenly as you kind of sense this, open your eyes.
Oh.
And as you open your eyes, you see a link of 3 gymnasts who are swinging now from one side of the tent to the other. And you're on the end and they launch you up and suddenly they let go and they're like, "Catch." And you don't realise they're like talking to you, but they're talking to someone on the platform
Yes,
on the opposite
I-
end, and they grab your hand and pull you on.
I'm gonna think light thoughts.
Yeah. And they kind of pull you on, and as you do, you get to the beam the other side and just bear hug.
Yep,
And there's this whoa, whoa, and then as you get to the other end safely, and a round of applause erupts
Yep. I'm
for
gonna.
your complete failure of trying to cross the tripwire.
Yes.
It's very
I'm
entertaining.
gonna sit up here for a bit and.
So exciting.
But and eventually you make your way down the ladder,
Yes.
and there's a big round of applause from you as a gymnast tumble and fall, and with that, Maywell Leaveengress comes out again in his top hat, his coat of blue and yellow, and he's like, "Oh, amazing acrobatic scenes there! Have you ever seen the like? And thank you to this legend of the town that is known as Shold. Everyone knows your name, sir, and they will never forget you now."
Yes, I hate the circus.
Oh, it was great. It was
We
great.
thank you, and,
Told you
and
so.
as the flames dim down again, he said, "We thank you for your patronage. Thank you for joining us at this evening of fun and extravagance, and we hope that you will go away and you will sing the praises, and you will tell everyone of the amazing circus of the Leaveengress troupe." And as he brings his 2 arms together to clasp the staff, his billowing green sleeves, and he just says, "We thank you and good night." And he slams his staff down, and there's that familiar kind of poof of light that just makes you turn your eyes away.
Williamo!
And suddenly there's no one left, and everyone's like, "Yeah!" Big clap, round of applause, and then all the performers come out into the centre, and they all take a bow, and everyone's cheering and kind of clapping, and they take a bow, and they all filter out, and then suddenly people start to make their way. The first guests or kind of villagers making their way out of the tent that now opens up in one of the corners, and people are flooding out, and just a chatter is a mixture of all their favourite show, their talking points, the amazing people taking part, that hilarious dwarf who ran into the thing, but wasn't he brave, and then that man who failed to get across even a portion of the tripwire, and the snake, that was amazing, and then just people talking, and you find yourself at the tail end of this kind of exodus of the circus as the bonfires are burning low now. What do you want to do?
Oh, that was great, wasn't it? I really enjoyed that.
That was excellent.
Guys, like, 2 of those people seem really familiar to me. Yeah, the Bindi chick, and the guy that gave you the staff.
Oh,
Yeah, is he the ringmaster dude?
yeah, that was Mr. Leaveengress.
Is that Mr. Liv? That's not. Oh, I think it is.
Oh,
Should we just bowl out the back and introduce ourselves
Sure.
under the guise of having a congratulation drink?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could talk about tightrope walking.
No.
You're such a swinger. A little lady, she had such a tiny box.
Yes.
We should go and talk to them.
We should, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's what we want to do, Mr. Dean.
Okay. So you're going out and following the flow, or
No.
No.
Go and look
Opposite
where we-
direction.
Because
Yeah.
only dead fish follow the stream.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
so the flow is making its way out to where you're currently standing.
Oh, yep.
And that way there, that's where the kind of the red carpet is.
Yep.
So you can. Well, where do you want to go? Well, you're in the tent. Everyone's slowly moving out.
We
Alright, I'm gonna look after the lady in the box.
You're going to look for her.
Yes.
Oh, well, you're in the
Okay.
tent. So how are you getting out of the tent if you're not going with everyone else?
Where did they go?
Yeah.
Did
I'm
they
gonna-
all just disappear?
Well, they went into that section that's kind of curtained off.
Yeah.
that's where
That's,
we go.
that's where we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. You make your way up to there and kind of peek behind the curtain, and there's some benches and some kind of hanging rails and some bits and pieces, but it's a lot smaller than what you kind of suggested. There's another opening about 15 feet away. But the kind of ground's well trodden. There's a couple of people there just kind of like, the exit's up there. Exit's up that way.
Oh, yes, but I've forgotten his name. Who was the guy that we saw in the pub?
Liam
Liam.
Perrins.
Lee Perrin.
Lee Perrin, he said he gave us these tokens and for looking after him so well, and he said we should come and see him backstage.
Yes, for a beer.
I'll go and get him for you then. Just wait here a minute if you can.
Oh, he said, no, don't trouble him. He said, just come through. Everyone will show you through, and they'll be held to pay if they stop us bringing him their drink.
Always promising more than he needs. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, just as you're through, and just a lot of movement. I'm still putting some of the animals away, but we'll probably start packing up relatively short. We've got to be off quite quick tomorrow.
Oh, what amazing animals, yes.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Oh,
big
yes.
titty.
This is going to be superb. Are there any clown outfits and wigs and noses we can put on to pretend to be clowns?
they've already put them away. Sorry, mate.
Oh, no, I was just asking you rather than them.
We're going to find them.
Let's make an investigation check.
I
Opposite. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What are we
I
doing?
will have a look.
Investigation.
will have a look as well.
6.
Oh, 26.
The curtain hangers, they seem to have some more of the kind of the costumes that were used later in the show. So some of the kind of leotards, the acrobatic ones. You do see the coat of the ringmaster on there, the big green sleeves and the bellowing kind of beautiful coloured coat, and top hat, which is just kind of stood on, just hanging off one corner. No clown outfits, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I think I should touch the coat and sniff it a bit.
Yeah. Just to sniff the coat.
It's not weird.
No, it's not weird. It's just it's familiar. The smell on it.
I can change my appearance. Shall I make myself look like one of them?
Yeah, that will be a good idea.
Yeah.
It's all right, there's no clown outfits. You can stop looking in that tiny woman's box now.
Oh, he's just
Well, you
having
can
a
fit so much in there.
You're quite amazed at how much you couldn't fit in there.
It was
Yeah,
up to the elbows.
It's a bit pongy as well.
Oh.
Right, it smells a bit righteous.
Yeah, just
Okay.
close it again.
Decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial features, sound of your voice, hair length, coloration, distinguishing characteristics.
Oh, you need to
You're gonna
remember that for
go.
later.
We're gonna start
Yeah.
packing up.
Oh, yeah, we're going.
Oh,
We're head
Come on,
through.
we'll just head through.
Right, good. Yeah.
Keep that handy though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Totally that.
We'll use that later.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way now into kind of a part of the yard, and you see the kind of the horses up that way. So you're kind of down here somewhere where you come through. So you're at the opposite end of where you had that conversation with the man and the dog. Still up there, so we'll put you down there. So kind of somewhere down here, and there's a lot of movement, a lot of people milling around. Everyone seems real jovial and vibrant, kind of in a good mood, like the show was a success, and you kind of get that impression, Tish, as people normally are after a successful show. But yeah, there's people moving around. Some you recognise, some maybe are a bit harder to without maybe the makeup on. And again, a woman comes up to you and goes, "Oh, can I help? You lost?"
Oh, no, we're looking for Mr. Lee Perrin. We were supposed to be meeting with him.
Okay, he's just over there. She points up towards some of the wagons up the place. Just over there. I think he's helping just ship some of the costumes that we already put away. So they're just there.
Okay.
She kind of leans over, goes, Lee, and she kind of lets out, and the man looks over to you, and he's like, notices the four of you, kind of like, oh. He starts to kind of walk over, puts down what he's doing, and he makes his way over. And could I? How did you enjoy the show?
Oh, it was very, very good. Yes.
Wonderful. I'm glad you can make it. Wonderful. What can I do for you? With the process of packing up. Normally the patrons don't come to this part.
No, but we need to see Mr. Leaveengress.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure where he is. And he kind of looks over and Herity, and this tall, thin woman, but she's in quite a baggy outfit, like a comfortable slacks, comes over. Yes, Lee. And, do you know where do you know where Maywell is? And she kind of looks at him and doesn't really pay much attention to you. And then suddenly she kind of takes in, I think he's just packing some of the things up in his tent. And she looks at you and she just kind of catches herself. And there's an unnatural pause in a conversation. Yes, I can go and get him, but I'll be right back. And her confident demeanour had changed a little bit, and she kind of looks and kind of scuttles off toward the tent where you met him, and just kind of looks back as she gets there, just looks over her shoulder and then kind of dives back in.
Oh, she looking at in particular?
Just there's the four of you generally,
I think I should grab one of you by the hand and follow her.
Okay,
Will you be my friend?
of course.
Yeah, cool, because we can kick ass.
and the lady's like, well, we can go over there toward the gates this way. Where are you going? Excuse me.
And
Have we ever, this is possibly an odd question, but have we ever seen Mr. Leaveengress and Mr. Liam Perrin together?
Like
yes.
Michael and Janet, yes?
Yes, you have. I would have said at one point at least you would have seen them, and they're different builds, and there's enough of a difference that the facial features are different.
But we've had that running with a doppelganger, so we know that means nothing. But I was just wondering if they're the same person, but they're not. That's somebody.
He's just like, where are you going? And then as he's trying to catch you, someone else comes and grabs his shoulder, and he's like distracted for a second, which gives you an opening to kind of wander off, and then it's almost like he's like, oh.
No, well, they're like ladies, they go off together.
So you're staying with him?
Yeah, for the minute.
So you two make your way over to.
Will be a distraction.
Yeah, and she's gone into the tent over here, which is where you went and found the screaming chest at the time.
And I think I should say to my friend Undra that this woman seems very familiar to me from my past.
Okay.
And so just be ready.
What would you like to do, Tish?
Kick
Want to talk to her?
We should talk.
We should talk to her?
We should start off nice.
Or shall we just cut her legs off?
Mustering coming from the tent, but it's kind of like hushed whispers. But
Oh, should we just bowl on in?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. We bowl on
Just
in.
talking to each other, yes?
Yeah.
A deep in conversation.
Yeah,
yes.
wasn't that salty nuts fabulous?
It's completely normal.
Yeah.
you bowl into the tent, and it's as you left it. There's kind of a bed, there's a coat hanger with kind of very fabulous clothes. Some of them are in a chest which is open. There's the chest which is moved, it's in a different place, the little one you looked in. There's the familiar kind of like wardrobe with the glass mirror doors. And it's there's the two people in there. There's the ringmaster, Maywell Leaveengress. He's just standing there in a kind of a loose linen shirt, kind of pants. He's got a small kind of flat cap on, just on his head, kind of like dark kind of hair coming underneath. And then there's Herity, who's just standing there in those kind of baggy kind of slacks. And as they're talking, she looks at, sorry, can I help you? I think you probably shouldn't be here. We're actually trying to pack up. So I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
We did really enjoy the show. But I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
Herity.
Sorry, Kitty.
Herity.
You're not Kitty. You look very familiar, like a friend of mine I used to call friend called Kitty.
Maybe you've seen me before somewhere, or someone who looks
I
like
don't know,
me.
but that friend was also as talented as you.
No, I'm
had
not.
the bendiness.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a skill most women have.
Not like that, love.
Oh, well, and the man joins in. He's like, oh, I think we've come to the conclusion that this is not the lady that you thought you know.
Is that
so,
right, Williamo?
And he pauses. I think it is probably time for you to make your leave, having enjoyed the evening.
Having enjoyed the evening and wondering why you left us behind and didn't pay us. Just saying. Lovely show, though. You've really come along. I'm a little bit upset. This is my friend Undra.
Roll a persuasion check.
Shivers. I don't trust any of my dice. Look, I really like you. You're very attractive. Persuasion.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay, so if I took that, it was 16.
You can roll again if you like.
And we'll just see what the chances are.
Because of the emotion that's
What-
coming through. And
That's a 5, or is it a 6? I think it's a 5. We'll say it's a 5, which would make it an unnatural 20.
so the second one was another.
I like the unnatural 20
Okay, we'll
second
go with
choice.
that. Yeah, the emotion that's coming through. You're like surprised. You've got like tissues on the verge, almost on the verge of tears, and there's kind of anger and mixed with passion in her voice and her tone.
Pop my hand on my rapier.
And then and you look, and
Same.
as the female goes to say something, Leaveengress puts her hand on his shoulder. It's all right. She does. She looks over and
Thought so.
my dear pickle, my dear Tish.
Call me Pickle. It's been a while since I've heard that.
I'm so sorry. And he takes a hat off and hangs it down, and suddenly this kind of like there's this shimmer, and before you stands a similar height and build, but the man that you know as Williamo Greensleeves,
Yeah. Yeah. Totes.
and he's like, I am sorry. I didn't know that you were here. It's been so long. We I suppose feel that we won't see many of you again, to be honest. So,
No,
yes.
because like we
I suppose you would like an explanation.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful, William.
Yes. Well,
My head's still on my rapier, I'm just saying.
he's saying he goes over and he makes its way over, kind of with his back to you, and she goes and sits on the bed. Herity goes, it's okay, Kitty. It's not her fault. She has a right to know. You see, we were offered an opportunity. I was offered an opportunity. An opportunity to lead the greatest show that this land had ever seen. And you know what I was like. I put my success before almost all else. I say almost because my love for, and he looks over to Kitty, my love for you, my dear, was the only thing that would have stopped me. But when you agreed to join me, well, that was the choice we made. Dear Tish, I'm sorry that we lied to you, but it was a choice that we made.
Yeah, it's quite a big decision you made there to dump our asses in the middle of nowhere with like out any
We
money
didn't have
or our
that much. We
gears.
didn't have that much, let's be honest. And you have all gone on to better things, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I killed a horse with my circlet of
I'm
blasting.
sure you
Tell
did.
what else happened with the horse.
Oh no, there's no need for them
See,
to know that.
Have we not created something? And without your assistance, we would never have had the opportunity to create such a marvellous event that you've enjoyed. And look at the joy we bring to people. And he turns and walks over to you. See, have we not done great things?
Hey, Tish. It's so creepy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. We have done marvellous things.
I'm talking to
I
my
am
friends.
right here. And he looks at you and goes,
It's so creepy.
would you like to
Don't
know?
trust him.
Would you like to know how we managed to do this?
You go on.
And with that, he grabs your arm and then just propels you towards the wardrobe. And as you see, make a strength check or a a strength check or a dexterity check, as he just literally, as he asks you the question, you just go, he grabs your arm and almost lifts you on your feet.
Sorry, it never happens very often. That's a natural 20 plus 5 for dexterity.
25. He goes to pull you in. At the last minute, you just somehow hook your foot around something, and he's like, oh! And then you feel a tap on your shoulder, and you look over, and you hadn't quite seen Kitty get up, and she just goes, I'm sorry, dear. And you just disappear and reappear 5 feet away, next to the wardrobe mirror. And she's like, I'm sorry, dear. And she just steps through the glass, which you see just crackles and cracks as she and Tish disappear through. And you look at Williamo, and he's like, I'm coming. And he takes a big bound and a leap and dives through.
And I magic missile him.
Roll your attack. Or roll your damage.
Wow.
As the three of them just move through this cracked glass, which just seems to solidify and kind of stabilize itself. And you feel a tug and just a emotionless kind of as you stand on this this kind of plateau, this entranceway, which is beautiful white kind of marble, with white marble tiles and just white walls of marble, and this doorway of glass in front of you.
10.
10. So you're pretty sure it impacts, but it's that point of him disappearing and you're not sure, and then suddenly you're on your own in this room.
Oh, dude.
And you're on your own in this room, and you are here standing next to Williamo and to Kitty as they turn around and he says, see, this is a better place to talk, Tish. My love for Kitty is second to none, but honestly, I tell you the truth. When we had the opportunity to create the greatest show, I could not say no, and I made the decision to leave all of you, my family, behind, but it was a decision I would make again.
What's this place? Well, where are we?
I asked you if you wanted to see how we achieved such great things, and I'll introduce you to him. Come. And he steps forward.
What's his name? Elvinus?
And as the door, as he steps forward, and these glass doors just open, as they open in front of you, there's this hall, and it's reflective surface on every square inch, and they're angled, and you can see seams in them, like mirror next to mirror next to mirror. And as the door closes behind you, come, I will show you. He would enjoy a conversation.
Oh.
And he leads you off. And then we're back to you in the tent on your own.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, I have to tell him I lost Tish. The mirror's gone? Still there?
This mirror's still there.
I want to go and touch it.
You put your finger on it and you sense a power reverberate across it, and before you touch it slightly, you just see this kind of like kind of small kind of spider webbing of unnatural cracks, and you lift your finger off and they just...
Can I push hard?
You can. And your finger slowly starts to push through, and then you suddenly feel this draw, this pull. Which
Yeah, I'm
is...
going in.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Sorry, that's twice, no more. Alright, you go in.
Sure. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Would you possibly no, because Morris can't talk, can he?
So,
It's
they're splitting the party into rooms, and they're splitting
That
it
always
across
goes
the
well.
room.
That always goes well.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, you go
I
through.
will
and
send Morris off to go and find you.
Yeah.
Morris goes to find those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are. You are now going through the mirror, and you stand on this white marble plateau with pillars and glass doors. Morris is currently in a tent with no way to get out.
Okay.
Ah.
He's going to flap at the thing.
And you two
Flap and
are
flap and flap.
outside talking
And
to
caca!
Leah, and there's movement going around, and then make a perception check, both of you, please.
What's outside?
We are the distraction.
Ooh.
So,
17.
Oh, not
so that's
bad.
a 24.
Okay, so you can, as there's an awful lot of noise going on, and this was quite high, so you would have missed it. You're kind of looking around at people moving stuff, and you're wondering where they are and what they're talking about. Maybe Tish is giving them people's elbow.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You know, if there was any problem, I'm sure Undra would have come and got us.
Yeah.
You can hear underneath the noise and the movement and the baying horses and the people chattering and the calling of names, you can hear this, and it draws you. You're kind of looking at the tent, and then you just see this kind of like the door just it's ever such a small kind of knot, as if something's trying to get out. Like there's a trapped animal in there, and that's it.
Someone strangling a chicken. Oh, well, maybe they need help to pack away the animals, because they were packing away animals. We're always helping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go and help, because I'm a helpful dude.
Cool. So,
Packing
You
away
got-
the
you-
animals.
Well, they said they were putting away the animals.
cool. So you make your way over to the
Yeah.
tent. What do you do when you get to the tent? And you see him doing this, Duncan. I assume you follow.
Oh, yeah, I'll go with him.
Well, Lee comes over. He says, "Oh, we'll go over. I'll come with you. This is mighty." But you go.
wow.
I don't know if you can go there. It's private chambers of,
Oh, well,
of
when you get-
Verity and what do you?
Oh, well, it sounds like there's a chicken or something in trouble in there.
Oh, look, and he goes forward. He kind of moves in front of you and
Yeah.
opens a flap, and Morris, the crow, or it looks like a bird.
Yeah.
She both flies out and just starts circling around you two. He's like, shoot, and he goes to pull something out of his
No.
pesky bird.
No.
To take them to the mirror.
Do we
It's a very
recognise
clever
him?
bird.
Do we recognise him as Morris?
I mean, it's a crow.
He's got a tiny Mohican. Of course you do.
Yeah, okay. He's got a tiny Mohican. Sorry, I must have missed that when you
Yeah.
described Morris at the very beginning.
I recognize him because he always sits there and watches me.
Yeah, he does. He really likes it. Sean, not so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's Morris. That's Undra's.
Yeah, there's no one in here, so they must have gone somewhere else, and she left them in here. Look, I mean, look, and there's no one here, so I don't know. Maybe they're going for a walk.
What? Undra fell down the well?
Not a
Sorry,
chance you
sorry.
can understand anything
No.
that bird's
Would
saying.
he just turn and...
I don't know. Oh, he's just like flying. Normally, she doesn't let him off the leash.
And at this point, he just kind of lets the gate go because, well, I mean, you're more than welcome to have a look for them, but they're not in here. And I mean, so
Oh, noodles.
you're chatting. You're at this entranceway, looking up.
But they went to talk to their lady in the box.
Yeah, and she's not here, so I don't know where they are.
Oh.
Maybe she just left her strange pet, by the way. Left her pet around.
No, she normally has it in there, like inside her jacket pocket.
That's not very nice. For the
Yeah,
bird.
I know. Have you met her? She's not very
Could I
nice.
hold my hand out for Morris to land on?
Do not shit on my
Yeah.
bird.
Yep, you can. What do you to land? Or make an animal handling check with advantage because it's Morris.
And also, I don't know.
Because then Morris is flying around. He's like, if you think I'm landing on your hand after you lied and took the credit for that big old step, well,
So that'd be an 8.
Oh, he's very kind.
it just lands on your hands.
Oh.
Takes a poo.
Oh, I do that sometimes.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good luck that is, isn't
Where
it?
did Undra go? Oh, it says she went through the mirror.
Such a good boy.
What? Walt, you say that you're really clever. Can you speak Kaka? You're always telling me how dumb I am and how clever you are.
Don't be dumb.
So that's a no then.
If you've gone and lost your friends, it's not my
Well,
fault.
I haven't lost them. They're
Well,
somewhere.
where are they then?
They're probably at the pub.
They're lost. You are useless, like normal. The only thing more useless than you is
I'm
that
not listening to
3'5"
you.
idiot over there who can't count past three.
La, la, la.
Yeah, there's this guy from the circus, and there's people that they're like, you're right, Lee. He's like, oh, I think so. But maybe just hover over there, if that's all right.
Oh, let me just look at anything that I can possibly do. Nothing.
You are on this white marble plateau. There's big
Minimalist.
mirror doors in front of you. And what Tish didn't notice is that this entranceway, as the walls bear up, there's a ceiling. The ceiling here is just an expanse of black, purple, kind of a floating miasma, like a night sky, and there's kind of stars etched in there, and they're twinkling away. And that seems to just go on for a vast eternity. And then these large doors stand in front of you up some stairs. Everything white marble, kind of pristine and beautiful. And you can see your reflection in the glass doors. They're like perfectly polished mirrors. You have made your way through this hall, this disorientating
Imaginarium.
hall, Imaginarium of mirrors,
Wow.
and you are introduced to someone. And that's where I'm going to leave you. So, back to the boys.
Right. Well, we'll just have a quick look in there to make sure nothing's happened to them.
I don't know if I can let you in.
Well, you could come
Well,
with us.
Yeah.
Just
Well, let's have a peek. Quick.
Yeah.
Have you any calls out? Mark, have you seen Herity and no, didn't come out. If you see them, send them in here very quickly, please. And okay. And as soon as he gestures the tent and opens it, Morris launches off your hand and just. And it'd be fair to say he probably goes over and sits on top of the wardrobe and looks at you. Gah!
Oh, I'm going to just walk after him.
Yep.
Because,
yeah,
hey-
you go to the wardrobe and Lee charges into you very quickly. You see, there's no blood. There's nothing untoward. They probably have snuck out the back.
Whoa, no blood?
Well, you're obviously looking for something. They're not here. Where they've gone for a drink. Probably.
Why would there be blood?
Well, I don't know. You look like you've got an axe and you've got a warhammer and you're acting a bit crazy and. So Lee, whatever you're looking for is not here. You've checked. You've searched.
Remember what I wanted to do?
they're not in here, Morris. I'll just look in the wardrobe, make sure they're not in there. So I'll open the door and look in the wardrobe.
Okay, you open the wardrobe doors. And there's like a wardrobe, kind of 2 foot back. There's a couple of coats hanging in it, some boots on the floor. That's it.
Can I look behind the wardrobe?
Yep, you look behind the
Yeah.
wardrobe. It's quite tight up against one of the canvas things, but there's nothing behind it. There's not that much room behind it.
I don't know. They're not in here, Morris.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any blood because he's a bit peculiar, this dude. So I'm gonna use my perception to look for blood.
Roll perception.
Oh gosh.
So that's a 23. Really?
There, you have a good look around from what you
Yeah.
can see. There's no blood. There's no disturbance. Looks like someone sat on the bed. There's a couple of half-packed chests. There's no sign of either of them. No sign of anyone in here.
Can I connect with Morris?
What does the spell say?
Yes, that's it, yes.
Absolutely. I forget what it says. So I can see through him, and I think I can talk through him. As I think he can mimic.
While the familiar
Words or
is within
sounds.
100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, it's fair to say that you are more than 100 feet from it,
Okay.
unfortunately.
And there's no mirror behind her. Back to the room.
Is she asking this?
I'm sorry.
What was the question?
What's behind you where you're standing?
A great ass.
If you've just walked through,
I'll turn around and have a look around the room.
Where you turn and face her is like a solid wall of white marble.
I want to go and poke it.
Unfortunately, it's solid.
I want to poke it somewhere else.
It probably is solid.
I'm going to wish really hard. Give it another little poke. No. Okay.
I tried.
And the door's in front of me?
What do you want to do? They look like they would open, but they're closed right now.
Is he standing? Where are you standing in the room where he's looking in the wardrobe?
I'm walking around and like looking under the bed, in the bed, and...
We'll stick with you a minute.
Yep. So I want to see through... Oh no, I'm too far away. Too far away to see through Morris, yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's fair to say that you have lost connection with him.
Okay.
And the sky above you, where you are, you would imagine that you have gone somewhere, a little pocket realm or a dimensional move or a shifted plane. You don't know where you are, but the fact you've gone through a mirror door suggests that you are not on the plane of existence where your friends are.
Bugger.
But
Okay.
wherever you are has got to be where Tish is. So.
Okay. I want to first. Firstly, I am dripping blood on the lovely white marble floor.
That was only a little nick, so I'd say that.
Oh yeah, I'm giving it a good squeeze. Make sure, like some fairy folk tale that my mama used to tell me. I just leave a little trail. I've
You
got
pick
a
the scab
bit of
off,
goblin finger.
yeah.
I just drop that there, and I put a nice big handprint on the nice glass door.
Okay.
And then I go through.
The door's open.
Actually, I make it like 2 handprints.
And you make your way through this here.
Oh gosh.
And as you make your way in, I've got to find Undra. Where are you? You're the pretty one. There we go. And you come through here. Now, as soon as you open the doors, they close behind you, and you. There was just you went to push the doors, and they opened inward.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk past, they close behind you. On the back of them, I'm assuming you look back, you see a keyhole, and there wasn't a keyhole in the front.
Mm. Okay.
Before you is a wall of mirrors, shining, perfectly polished mirrors, angular. There's light bouncing off of every surface, to the point where it kind of is a little bit disorientating, and you have to look down because you just see your reflection everywhere. And you start kind of like putting your hands out in front because you're not entirely certain if you're going to walk into a wall or not. So if you move gingerly to kind of make your way forward if you wish.
This is why you wear your sunglasses at night.
I pull my cloak right over me so I don't get too much glare from the light.
But you kind of make your way forward 5 feet, and then there's a kind of an angle, and you like feel a solid surface, and you feel for a pathway, and you kind of make your way 15 feet forward, and already now you're getting disorientated. You look around you, and then suddenly you're looking for the door and you can't see it. Where was it? You're pretty sure you've only gone in a straight line, but it's hugely disorientating in here.
Okay.
Back to the gents.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Cool.
Well, they're not here, I suppose. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Car!
Well,
I don't know what he's saying.
Bobbing up and down. Car!
Morris, find Undra.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm very no, I'm not.
Get a breed.
Make an animal handling check.
That's better than my persuasion.
Oh, well, yeah, good job I offered.
Yes. And that's a 10. So that's 14 total.
Morris swoops down, lands on your shoulders, and just pecks your face, and then turns and flies back toward the wardrobe, and then at the very last minute just up, and then lands on the top, and then just starts pecking the top of the wardrobe.
I'm gonna walk up to her like, what did you do that for? Like, the wardrobe, is it open?
Oh, it's been closed, I imagine.
Okay. Well, like they weren't in there unless it's got a, I don't know. So I'm gonna open it and gonna see. Maybe it's got a false back.
You go in and...
Can we make an investigation check of the wardrobe?
Absolutely.
And can I just I know Duncan is probably too stupid to think of this, but we did once when that little hobbit that went missing and the thing came out of the mirror. So I'm just gonna wonder if that might prompt us. I mean, I'm fishing here, I have to be honest, but I'm just wondering whether that might make any difference.
That's fine. Make an investigation check. And I'm going to say you probably get your axe out because you're a bit wary of maybe something weird going on, and you start.
And also,
What'd you get?
Well, I got a 1, but it was with advantage, wasn't it? Did you say?
Yeah.
And I got a 15 for the other one, but that's -2, so that's like 13.
Okay, so you start pointing and prodding the wardrobe with your axe and looking at it, and you're real up close, and it's very pretty, and then you catch yourself and you smile, handsome dwarf, and then you just kind of like tap the handles and you open the door and close it, and Shoal's in there as you close it again, like.
yeah, like be careful because
and then you just tap. You take your hammer and almost without you paying attention, you just tap the glass, not expecting anything. And as you do, you just see this, and you're like, "What's that?" And when your axe is touching the glass, it's just a spider crack from the edge.
Oh
and
no,
for a
I've
split
broken
second, you think you've broken it, and we're going to pause there.
Like I remember this from one of my dreams when I got stuck in a mirror.
Oh,
Yes.
Did you?
yes.
Yes.
In the
Like,
house.
In the house.
Yes.
The big library.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
thanks everyone.
Right.
It's all got a little bit peaked on. Join us next week when Scold and Duncan find 2 new people to go adventuring with.
Yes. and also pro tip: never give your party a portal. Yes, I'm talking about you, Luke.
hey, look, we can only do our best, but if they choose to go through the portal without telling their mates,
Yeah. They normally just leap through them because it's a portal. It must go somewhere.
I will kill you. Anyway.
Excellent.
Yeah, see you next week.
Thank
Find
you,
out what
everyone.
happens. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.